Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got Utah Jazz basketball to discuss this evening. The Jazz remain undefeated. Listen, Ace Bailey was out. We all know he had a great game last game, a bounce back performance, and the Jazz elected to sit him out as they patiently await the trip to Las Vegas. I mean, things are about to pick up. It's about to get into second gear, ladies and gentlemen. Walter Clayton Jr. tonight, 20 points, very impressive. We're going to get into everything. We had Kyle put in 18. We had Harkless with 11, and he was very impressive defensively. I'm very impressed with the Utah Jazz as they remain undefeated 3-0. I have Eric in the building. What's the deal, Eric? What's your thoughts on this situation with the Jazz? They was able to secure this W without Ace Bailey. Walter Clayton stepped up in that starting lineup. Give us your thoughts.
I got to tell you, the thing that I'm the most excited about is to get some defense going because it seems like the last couple seasons, the Jazz have really struggled defensively, particularly on transition defense. And that's something that we've really been looking to resolve. And we had some really great talent, like Sexton, for example. He was fantastic on offense, but he was one of the worst players in the NBA statistically on defense. And so these 3 games that we've seen, watching these rookies come out and really just give it their all and be able to commit themselves defensively has been incredible. And while we were watching the game, I was just kind of looking at the stats, and at one point they had a 28% field goal percentage, yet they were still winning the game. And that just really spoke to me the importance of defense when you're playing basketball. And it's just really exciting to see the commitment that they have to getting better on defense. And I hope that this pours over into the regular season.
I sure do. Were you surprised that they elected to sit out Ace Bailey, ahead of Vegas?
I'm not really surprised. Um, I think we'll see him play in Vegas as well because so many people want to see him on the court. But I just think that them sitting him out today is showing a great deal of confidence that he's exactly what they want, he's exactly what they need. And I think the coach probably just wanted to take a look at some of the other players and take their skills into consideration as they continue to analyze this team and decide where they're going to put their minutes in the upcoming regular season.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know what I liked about this whole broadcast really was how the Jazz was represented. You seen Coach Will Hardy. I love the way he speaks. I mean, the guy is just he just seemed like he's going to fit this roster perfectly. The youth, he's a young coach. You got a young team. How do you feel like Will Hardy is able to connect with this roster? Because I think that he's only scratching the surface.
Yeah, so the guy is sharp, and I've seen a lot of fans with the record that we've had the last few seasons. A lot of fans complaining, but I think that they don't understand how much
Effort he's putting in and how much he's getting out of these younger players because there's an awful lot of games over the past few seasons that we weren't supposed to win, especially that first season after the team just got blown up. um, Being able to get a team when you're supposed to be tanking and getting the best record in the NBA for like the first 20 games. And so I think people are greatly underestimating the skill and talent that this guy has and how good he is with these new players. And I think they are going to absolutely shine over the next couple years as they continue to develop. And I could not be more excited for this regular season because I just think that we're going to see these players grow a lot, even though they're not going to win a huge amount of games in this Western Conference. You're going to see them grow and develop extremely fast. and it's going to be fun to see who earns the minutes.
Yeah. Now, as we look ahead, we got the Charlotte Hornets. Now, the Hornets. I'm a Knick fan. I was born in New York. I was born a Knick fan, unfortunately. But I'll tell you, there's been a lot of pain. But it looks like the sunshine is on its way. Um, but
Yeah.
but the Charlotte Hornets right now is my team. I must admit to you, I got an affection for the Hornets. My favorite players are the Ball brothers, Lonzo, LaMelo, and LiAngelo. So I'm rocking with the Hornets. I know everything going on. What's up with Charlotte? Um, Now the Hornets, this is going to be a tough game for the Jazz. It's going to be a tough game for the Hornets. I
Hmm.
think this is going to be a flip of the coin, in my humble opinion. I think Hornets fans are going to be shocked at the talent coming from the Utah Jazz because it's immense. And if the Hornets are not, they come out a little lackluster, they're going to get wiped off the floor. What are
Hmm.
your thoughts, on this upcoming game against the Charlotte Hornets?
I think that, obviously my curiosity is going to be with Constantinople. I know that you and I had this discussion a little bit on our last interview. I really feel like he's going to hit his shots well, but I'm particularly interested in seeing how well he does defensively with these players because I just want to see how his skills translate to the speed of the NBA. I think that he's a good fit for the Charlotte Hornets. I think that they do need a guy that has his skill set and is wise with the ball and make sure that he makes the best judgment call decisions. Um, and that's something that I think if he's going to have a really positive effect on that team, I could see him having similar judgment to like Jokic, for example. Like Jokic isn't the fastest player, obviously, but he's still able to affect the team in very positive ways. What remains to be seen, though, is the Charlotte Hornets. They're tooled to be a pretty fast team, and the Nuggets. They're definitely more of a half court chess playing type team, and so it's going to be interesting to see how he fits in because I know if they need to get a three pointer or things like that, I think Constantinople is good for it. But in the NBA, you can't just be a good shooter. You got to also be able to play some serious defense, and that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye out for in that game.
Yes, I'm already warning people, that, follow and know what's going on with the Charlotte Hornets. That this could be a real sight to see. Ace Bailey. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be star-studded in Vegas. I'm
Yeah,
expecting that front row to look like LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Charles Lee, Jeff Peterson. I'm expecting, and could you imagine Ace Bailey going for 30 and giving them the death stare? Oh my good, oh my goodness, that would be a horror movie. I'm warning everybody that this is a possibility, and I hope the
yeah.
Hornets are ready because could you imagine something like that? I mean, seriously, this. Oh my God.
That's what I want, man. That's what I want. I want him to go in there with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And I mean, granted, his agent or his it wasn't his agent, it was his manager that was kind of responsible for a lot of the things that went down. Um, so I don't think it came from him per se. But if you're Ace Bailey, I think you want to prove something, right? Even if you didn't want to get picked by the Charlotte Hornets, you still want to get out there and prove that you were, you know, a top three pick as far as skill and talent goes. And so I think we're going to see some real effort there, and it's going to be exciting.
Yes, me too. And look out for I always mispronounce his name. It's the one who just went off for a whole bunch of points. I always say Sasan. Well, what is
Oh,
his name?
Sensabaugh,
Sensabaugh. Yeah, okay, I got him
Sensabaugh,
right. He's
yeah.
gonna be a force to be reckoned with as well. So the Hornets better look out. They better look out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. So I want to appreciate you, Eric. This isn't the last. We got a lot of work to do. It's tremendous. The Jazz, you better take note this season. They're going to surprise a lot of people. This is an exciting young basketball team. The Jazz is on the rise. And shout out to all the Jazz fans around the world. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. I want to appreciate you, Eric. It's Flight Sports TV.